Am I supposed to start the witty banter?
Well, I, I'm not sure if any of the banter is really witty in the first place, but
It's banter, though. We can agree on the fact that it's banter.
It's technically
By the way,
banter.
my daughter at any point in time could come walking in here. So
Well, that's one thing we should probably introduce. It. We are rocking like you're live at Rap Sucks Radio, and today is gonna be an interesting episode because we are not in the same room. I'm actually recording from my old room at my parents' house. I don't live here, by the way. I do have my own house. Do have my own place.
flex.
Yeah, strong flex with my sister in the background. There she is, and
Wow.
yeah, and Kev's recording from his crib. So we out here doing bigger
I
things.
still live with my parents.
Kev, you don't live, in Huntington Beach anymore. Come on.
I wish I did.
Well, yeah. Are the Nazi surfer skinheads still out there though?
Dude, that's the crazy thing. Like I would imagine that's not a new thing, but good Lord.
Yeah.
They started feeling their oats lately.
Really?
I feel like, I don't know.
I remember. Yeah, there's a long story to that. What up, y'all? You're live on Rap Sucks Radio. We actually might get into that on the other side, but let's get into the opening question. So
I forgot. We still do this.
we still do the opening question. Yeah, it's not.
I
it's not
didn't
changing.
mentally prepare today. This week has been a long week, so I'm not mentally prepared. So, take it easy, man.
Well, I don't think
Crazy.
I'm going to do that because not only has it been a long week for you, but it's been a wonderful week for Asian American history, and we're going to talk about
Wow.
it in the show. However,
Okay.
on the website or the Facebook page, I would like to add your great accomplishments in Asian American history. Can you go ahead and list them off for us right now on this episode?
Me personally?
Yes. Perfect.
Hey, this is Sarai, and you're listening to Rap Sucks Radio. Trek Life and Camps Dakota?
What up, y'all? You are now rocking live on Rap Sucks Radio with your homeboy Trek Life and your fam, Camps Dakota.
Yes, sir, with the shallow resume. The shallow Asian American historical resume.
I don't even have any words.
Sorry.
I can't wait to get to that topic. But for now, we got to get on to who is out here tripping.
Talk to me.
Michael Comeau, who I had to actually just make sure I said I did something really dope this week, which is when I couldn't pronounce the name, I actually looked up on the internet for news stories so that they pronounce the name. So if Comeau is pronounced wrong, that's because the source pronounced it wrong, because I actually listened to the news story on it. So just so y'all know, I'm out here doing the
Wait,
extra work.
the Source magazine?
The source, WAFB Channel 9 News in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
But he's not Cuomo. He's Como.
He's Comeau. Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes. Okay. A principal for Holy Family Holy Family School in Port Allen, Louisiana. So, according to a police report in Washington, D.C., your man was caught at a gentleman's club, intoxicated and refused to pay the bill. He was observed standing in a roadway, refusing to move. And according to the police report, when he was asked multiple times to move out of the way, he refused. He was basically drunk in public, with a service dog, by the way, which is
Wait, he had a service dog?
He had a service dog with him. Yeah.
So he basically thought he was in Miami.
Is that what, you know what? I feel like, or TJ, one or the other.
Oh, okay. All right. By the way, por la gente, like the fact that his name is pronounced Comeau.
Yeah. Okay, look.
What? What?
Hey, dude. Anyway, school principal on a field trip with students to Washington, D.C. caught it in Gentlemen's Club straight tripping. Yeah, he's also a part-time police officer.
There's so many layers to the story.
It's
too,
a ton of it.
Yeah. Okay. So say that again because I cut you off.
He was also that's all good. He is also a part-time police officer, and he is also the principal of a Catholic church. And I actually titled this story "The Pleasure Principle," just so you know.
Yeah, you did. You won with that.
Thank you.
I have no hats off, bro. No, I saw that. I was like, what is this? What has Janet Jackson done now? And I'm like, oh, Trek.
I'm out here trying to win, man. I'm sorry.
Trek with the pithy headline. So he's a what is he? A part-time police officer, or
he was a part-time police officer as well.
Did he offer to arrest himself?
Maybe he thought he knew the law. Like, no, you can't kick me out. You know how off-duty cops be getting. Yeah.
Did the service dog have to leave too, or did he get to get a swerve on?
I don't believe the service dog was able to stay either. That actually might have been the initial issue. Fam, you out here drunk with a service dog? Like, that's enough. That's actually enough. Like, we could have stopped you right there. You drunk with a service dog. You were on a field trip with some students. To begin with, you're the principal of a Catholic high school or Catholic school. Right. I don't know if it's high school. You're a principal of a Catholic school, drunk with a service dog in a gentleman's club, which, could be some form of current rap album title. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, or past. We'll talk about that later.
Right. Fair enough. Kodak Black, drunk with a service dog. You know what I'm saying? In a gentleman's club. What up?
Leave Kodak alone. Man.
Kodak Black. We give him another L this week. Just we gonna give him we gonna give him Michael Comeau's L.
The crazy thing is that the crazy thing is okay. So first of all, hats off to you for the splendid headline, but also Trek has carried the day because I've had a busy week, and you've done all the work. But I actually read a lot of the articles.
Okay,
and the thing is that I'd seen this before, and I think I might have even put the link in our list, right?
Okay.
And I saw Field Trip, and I literally thought he was so gangster that they went on a field trip in their town for the day.
Oh, yeah. Me too, initially.
And he dipped out for, like, the lunch buffet. At Cheetahs or whatever.
Wait, a strip club named Cheetahs. Keep going.
Wait, is that not?
No, I'm just saying. We just got to make sure. Drunk at a strip club named Cheetahs.
I want my story to be authentic.
Fair. Yeah. Nah, you good.
And then got back on the bus and
kept it moving.
Kept it moving.
Here's the thing, man. Most people don't get caught their first time doing something when you think about it, right? So it's highly likely that, my man Mike done been to a couple strip clubs during lunch hours at school and just hop back to the... Data. Shout out to my man Data One. Data One calls a breakfast at a strip club a scumbag breakfast. So maybe young Mike done had a couple scumbag breakfasts on the list. You know what I'm saying?
Well, this is the thing: is what is the difference between gentlemen's establishments in Baton Rouge and those in Washington D.C.? Because he said, you know what? He looked down at his dog. He said, listen, boy, this is what we're going to do. And then got on a bus or whatever mode of transportation, and he got it in.
I mean, first of all, the fact that he included the dog in the conversation about the gentleman's club trip is wild out. Second of all... did the dog respond like, yo, I don't really think this is a good idea. I'm a service dog, and I'm actually
like
supposed
Ron
to be...
Burgundy's dog.
Unfortunately, not. I don't know if Scooby-Doo would allow that. Like, he might. Him and Shaggy looked. They was high all the time. So Yeah. I feel like the fact that we've gotten all the way to Scooby-Doo means we should move on to the next topic, though.
Okay, let's do it. What are we talking? Are we talking about Asians? What are we talking?
We're going to do this, and I'm about to celebrate. I'm so happy to actually bring up this topic. It's probably my favorite topic we've ever brought. I wrote this whole thing with a smile on my face. I've titled this topic, This Week in Asian American History. Shout out to my sister in the background.
It's been a big week.
It has been a big week, man. First of all, Jeremy Lin became the first Asian American NBA champion. Always Be My Maybe has done quite well this week. Yeah,
right.
I'm not mad at Ali Wong for killing it out there. She's been killing it in comedy and is now killing. She was killing it on Fresh Off the Boat, which on my Facebook page we discussed as a terrible title, a title that made us uncomfortable, but you know, whatever.
Who? Us who?
Us non-Asians.
That's a great title.
You know what? That's interesting. So you think that's a good title?
It's a good title because, well, it was the title of Eddie Wong's book, right? And
right.
It's his show, and you know, it's a thing. It's a thing.
There you go.
You know.
Yeah, I had my thing was it's one of those things where I would never say or refer to anybody in that manner. So it's like,
well,
I don't know. It's almost like
a smart move.
I kind of feel like it's like one of those things. Like, what did non-black people do when it's time to say, you know, nigga in a song, right? Like, I'll look out in the crowd when I'm at Snapback and we get to the part, and I'm mean mugging people like that's not okay. I know it's in the song. But
wait, what song says "Fresh Off the Boat"?
What I'm trying to say is it's the same thing for me. Like, to say the title, you know, is like I'm at
Oh.
you see what I'm saying? I'm at the office and we're talking about shows that we like, and I'm like, in that one show about the Asian fan, because you don't want to say, you know, Fresh Off the Boat or whatever. So you understand my point.
You're a sensitive guy, though.
Well, at least to that, but I'm not sensitive to Jeremy Lin, who did not do anything, by the way. And my issues with Jeremy Lin go back to when he was a Laker. So people who think that this, my wife was like, you have to stop shading Jeremy Lin because it just seems like you're shading the first, you know, Asian American NBA champ. Listen,
let's talk about a couple things.
But go ahead.
Let me talk about a couple things. As the avid, not only professional sports fan, but you know, in tune NBA aficionado that you know I am.
All right.
That game was literally. I was thinking back because every year I'm like, I could count the number of games that I watched from start to end, probably on, you know, one or two hands, maybe.
Right.
It depends on where I spent Christmas. But I'm pretty sure this was literally the first game I watched from start to end.
That was a great game, man.
Because I was with Pops. That's the thing.
Right. Word up.
If I lived with Pops, which I said I live at home, so whatever. But I don't.
We knew that was fake.
But if I lived with Pops, I would watch every Angels game and every Lakers game, and then all the playoffs and all the championships. But that was the first game that I watched. And at the end of the game, literally, we're sitting there and we're watching. And we were both like, "Oh shit, Jeremy Lin's getting a ring." At the same time, and he watches every single game. So I'm like, yeah, I know. Yeah.
You know what? First of all, this is something that I learned at K. Anthony Elementary School, an all-black private school in Inglewood. Shout out to Wataru Misaka, the first non-white NBA player in, you know, ever. New York Knicks.
Yep.
So,
right.
Yeah, Jeremy Lin catch up. You know what I mean?
But you,
I'm down for what?
Educated me on that.
Yeah.
Right? And then so I went to the Wikipedia.
Mm-hmm.
So he played 3 games for the Knicks.
3, yes.
3 games for the Knicks and made history.
Mm-hmm.
It's fantastic. I love that his nickname is what? That's like the ultimate New York.
What?
Before Capone and Noriega. What?
I feel like Jeremy Lin
That's
doesn't
fantastic.
know that, by the way.
Come on.
I have so much shade for dude.
I know you do. That's why I love it. I love this. I love it. I love the fact that he found a way. There were so many other players who were not on camera when they were, when they had everybody, Kawhi and everybody putting their championship caps on, and Lin is just like in the background. He's literally just like photobombing.
Straight up. The
rest of the team.
What was really dope, though, and I got to give him hella props on, was that he had the video with his mom holding the trophy. I thought that was fresh. I was like, all right, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? I'll give him props for that. But aside from that, Drake worked harder for that championship than Jeremy Lin did, and I'm sticking by that. But on it, an article came out,
and I told you it was big. That was a big day in Asian American, Asian people in American sports.
Asian, well, yeah, fair enough. I would say that I could probably name a couple of greater Asians in American sports accomplishments, but I won't do that. I will say, though, that an article came out due to...
You're going to talk about the LPGA, aren't you?
Well, come on. Shout out to Michelle Wee. Let's get it in. You know what I mean?
So,
what up?
all right. Go on.
We had this Stereotypes article. And I was kind of interested in this article because the point of the article was that Always Be My Maybe had knocked down these 12 specific Asian stereotypes, and I was a bit confused because I'm like, are these even real? Are these even real stereotypes? Like, Asians have strict parents. Okay, right. Yeah, my dad was pretty strict. Like, what I'm trying to figure out is...
Your dad is Asian?
Exactly. He's not. He is not. Okay. However, he's a pretty strict dude. I can't imagine... The article came out on InStyle.com. We'll post it on our Facebook page, RSR Podcast. But I was a bit confused, man. There was only one of them that I was like, that's not going to be disproven for me, but we can get into that one in a moment. But you read I'm sure you read the article or saw the article. What did you think of whether a movie could break down these stereotypes?
Well, that's a two-part answer. One, the stereotypes identified, 100% on point. For the most part.
Okay.
Believable.
Fair.
I have not watched the movie, so I have no gauge on whether or not it could, comprehensively break down those stereotypes.
Shout out to my wife for not watching that movie nor Crazy Rich Asians, but then talking to me about the movie. So thank you. I just have to make sure.
Why would she have to?
Wait, well, because I'm just saying, to have the discussion with me about the movies.
Did you watch Crazy Rich Asians?
No, but I mean, I watched the Malcolm X movie. Like I watched the movies that define the Black American experience. So if you want to talk to me about the movie,
you took it back to the late 90s, didn't you?
I did, because I haven't watched a movie since. I did watch Aladdin, though. I don't know. Will Smith, what up?
Well, that's true. That's true.
He was in that. I actually started watching. Well, that comes down the line, but shout out to Samuel L. I've been watching movies lately. What up, though?
Oh man.
But yeah, so you feel like the stereotypes were spot on. Okay, that's fair. I what I'm saying is, I don't believe that they don't exist. I just believe that it's to a small percentage of idiots. So how does the movie break down those stereotypes? Like, and this may not speak to specifically to a movie like Always Be My Maybe breaking down Asian stereotypes. It's that at this point, we should probably, as American citizens or citizens of the world, understand that people who believe these very specific nuanced stereotypes are idiots, and they shouldn't be. We shouldn't even cater to them. Like, there's nothing to
There
prove
you
to
go.
them. They're stupid. You know what I'm saying?
That's like saying, okay, what is your favorite consummate, iconic movie, if you can name one, that identifies the African American experience?
Well, there isn't one that identifies it in total, right?
Well, no. Name one
Well,
that you like.
name one that I like. So
Is it Malcolm X? Is it?
nah, that wouldn't. I mean, I guess Malcolm X would be Malcolm X or Do the Right Thing. Let's go with Do the Right Thing.
Fantastic. 30th anniversary.
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely. What up, though?
If right after Do the Right Thing came out, and I'm really angry that I'm not in Brooklyn for the 30th anniversary, by the way.
Oh, man,
but
that'd be a great place to be.
if the day after Do the Right Thing hit screens in theaters, BuzzFeed did a goddamn article about the 13 stereotypes about black people that Do the Right Thing has knocked down. People would burn BuzzFeed
Right.
to the ground.
Likely. Sure. Absolutely.
So that's why I was like, really? This is what you're going to write about?
Well, it almost feels like feeding into it. And trust me, man, I get it.
And I'm saying BuzzFeed. I don't know if it was even BuzzFeed who wrote that.
No, it was
thing
InStyle.com that wrote the
InStyle, yeah.
InStyle, yeah.
Your source.
My-
Your source
my-
for hard-hitting news.
for hard-hitting news about the Asian American experience. Nah, man, I get it. I get it. Like, I understand that there's a need to define identity for us as people of color. Like, it's difficult, right? The government generally hates us. It's it's hard, right? There's a lot that we need to do to define or redefine our identities in this country, right? So I would not argue that the article itself was bad. I just felt like, man, I would like for us to no longer pander to the stupid people. You know what I'm saying? It's time for them to be done, you know?
But that's the thing, is that I don't think, again, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen the work. I don't think either one of the stars, what is his name? Randall Park?
Yep.
And Ali Wong.
Yes.
I would not presume that they set out on a mission to break down the 12 InStyle
Thank you.
top Asian stereotypes, right?
Thank you.
They wanted to make a good movie and be like, we're not, this is what we're like. Or
Right.
whatever. So, it's like, yeah, to write about that, it's like, okay. And I say that all assuming that if I go and look at the article, the byline is an Asian person who, had to figure out what they're going to write.
It's funny. Ray, my wife, brought that up, and I think that's actually a funny point in all this. Is that I don't think it is, but I actually want to kind of look it up real quick, but while we move on to the next topic, but I don't know. I'm not sure if it is. I like to hope that it is, but I'm not sure that it is. But no, the more uncomfortable part of this conversation is the one thing that I was like, I don't know if you can break this stereotype.
Oh yeah, no, you haven't, and you haven't revealed that to me.
I have
yet.
not.
So what is it?
Well, I've been black my whole life. Just so for anybody who's questioning, I didn't just turn black over the weekend.
Fake news.
Fake news. Yeah, the Asians get along with blacks thing. I'm not sure.
That's a generalization.
That is a general. I'm sorry. Okay. So the movie was supposed to break a stereotype that Asians do not get along with blacks. Basically saying Asians do get along with blacks. And I'm saying
even if the only interaction that you've ever encountered between an Asian person and a black person is on this podcast, you already know that's not true.
Yeah, we don't even get along on this podcast.
Go
exactly.
on, my friend.
Yeah, my whole thing is white supremacy has divided quite a few people of color. So overall, I don't believe that is absolutely true. And somebody's going to have to prove that to me. I talk to friends right now, homeboys that I've known for 20 years, and I'll be having a regular conversation with them after like police brutality or something that happened. And they'd be like, well, shouldn't have been black over there on that street. It's like, yo, your favorite rap group is Tribe Called Quest. What are you talking about right now? You know what I'm saying? So where I won't blame either community for the fact that, I don't believe that that's true. What I will say is that, neither community has reached out strongly as of recent outside of, the Mau Mau and the past days, linking with the Black Panthers or even the Rainbow Coalition. Like, Jesse Jackson, as much as people hate him, Jesse Jackson did quite a bit for people of color in general, not just black people, but the people of color in government have a lot to thank Jesse Jackson for. But yeah, that was the one thing I was like, I don't know. I grew up in West Covina.
So we can triangulate the identity of the person who wrote the article that they definitely did not live in Los Angeles. I mean, in the early 90s,
right? Definitely not. And maybe they live in Frisco now, but nah, you weren't in LA in the early 90s. It didn't work out like that. But
there it is.
I have plenty of Asian friends. Does that count? Can I say that?
Some of your best friends may or may not be Asian.
One of my best friends, the man on this podcast, is an Asian man. So yeah, there you go.
I was hoping you were going to use your wife.
Oh well, she's not my wife is not my friend. So there's that. It's an arguably tenuous relationship. Wait, who knows what's really going on right now?
See, this is how I actually know that she's listening.
Right, I'm gonna hear about this. By the way,
yeah, you try and get live.
Yeah, well,
it's okay. You're gonna get what you deserve. It's all right.
Well, you know what though, I wouldn't be the first person to get what I deserve because Linda Fairstein is getting what she deserves. You know what I'm saying?
Segway king.
Segway I'm the Segway champion, folks. If you want to get your segues right, holla at me. Trek Life on Facebook, Trek Life on Twitter, Trek Life on Instagram. I got your back. I don't write raps no more. I write segues. Yeah. So yeah, speaking of getting what you deserve, man.
Yep.
Yo, When They See Us dropped, and the former prosecutor Linda Fairstein is taking L's, fam. Publisher has dropped her. She's awards that she's received have been taken away or rescinded. I think it's well deserved. I like to know that if she has a publicist or anybody, if you do listen to this podcast, contact me because I would like to get on the phone with Linda and tell her that she is absolute trash. And I'm fine with telling her that. I'm sure that you have a fairly accomplished record as a prosecutor, and you've probably done some good in your community, but you still are entirely trash. And that's about how this goes to enter into this point. So,
garbage.
100% garbage.
With her old Bojack horsewoman face ass.
Yeah. Oh, goofball looking.
Goofnut.
Doofus.
Well, this is the thing. The thing that's so freeing about being able to trash somebody like her is I'm gonna go out on a limb and assume that she's mad paid. She does not care.
Yeah, she got paid.
What we're saying,
right?
Because she went on to write. She's got like 10 books out that like crime novels.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like we stopped her at book number 1.
No, we didn't.
She's like, she literally, her publisher dropped her. She probably was like, I didn't even want to do number 11.
Right. With your old fake murder she wrote looking ass. But
garbage.
Trash. But she did respond in the Wall Street Journal, and what was really whack about first of all, let me start with this. She got a chance to respond to the accusations in the Wall Street Journal, one of the most popular journals, popular forms of media and information in the United States. It is made for intelligent readers. It is focused on the intelligent reader. That is what the Wall Street Journal's purpose is. My question in all of this is, how do you get a chance to respond, right? But victims, they never get a chance to respond to the intelligent reader. They never get a chance to speak to an audience that can make a change. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at the comments on the Wall Street Journal, you realize that these are people who are well paid, who are, in the upper class of society, and they're responding as though she's being victimized here. And I'm like, dude, look, them five young men, now older men, were victimized in a way that none of these Americans will ever experience. You know what I'm saying? So for her to be able to even have a response is already garbage. And then for her to turn around and pretend for 1 second like she was right in her actions, you know what I'm saying? It's like, what kind of fucking just, I don't know, delusional ass cornball clown are you? You know what I'm saying? Just a
first of all,
walking piece of freaking nonsense.
Yeah, I mean, but first of all, the Wall Street Journal has increasingly become a vehicle for, right of center opinion,
right,
especially on the opinion page, which is where she published her piece. It would be one thing if she came out, which if she had anybody smart advising her, she would have done and said, at the time, caught up in the energy of what was going on, I honestly felt that these were the culprits.
Right.
But looking back, obviously I was wrong.
Perfect.
And seeing the reenactment on Netflix, it hurts in a way that I can't, you know what I mean? That I can't ever repay or whatever, It's like, I could have written her response that would have gotten her the 11th book in about 5 minutes.
Right.
But she didn't do that. She wants to hold strong. And then she said that, if I'm not mistaken, that she still thinks they're guilty. She still thinks they're the ones.
Well, but how she thinks they're guilty is funny. And if she chooses your response, she's sitting on Oprah. Her, Ava DuVernay and Oprah are sitting on a couch. She's apologizing. Everybody gets a new car. Game over. You know what I'm saying? It's a wrap. But because of how you responded, you made yourself the pariah that you look like in the movie. You know what I'm saying? So,
right,
you're an idiot. You don't have. It's not just that you're an idiot, because that's actually unfair. This is peak entitlement. This is exactly what entitlement looks like.
Oh, hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't have to learn shit. Like you said, she's rich. Like my sister just said right now, you didn't learn shit. Exactly.
Yeah. Nobody's gonna return your books.
No. Matter of fact, you became more popular to the type of audience that would have convicted those young men to begin with, right? So, yeah, you actually gained a direct and pure audience. So, yeah, I don't know, man. The whole thing about it is just, it's kind of whack, man. It's very whack.
This is the thing that I love about this, and this is going to selfishly bring it back to the universe of Rap Sucks Radio.
Let's do it.
Is that the fact that she was played by Felicity Huffman is the ultimate. Like, as soon as I saw Felicity Huffman on the screen, I was like, the fuck out of here.
Felicity Huffman out here, like, giving L's and taking L's. She giveth and taketh away, fam.
Yeah, and I felt, literally, I see her on the screen, I was like, oh, I felt bad for Ava.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, shit.
But the movie was everything was not movie, I'm sorry, but the everything was working out so well with the show that it's so bomb that nobody's even mentioned that. Like, this is the first time I've ever even considered that Felicity Huffman was even part of it. Because
I'm yelling at the screen because the first 30 minutes are like Law and Order, right? You're just right. I'm like, how'd your kid get into school? Who took her SATs? Yo, BoJack horsewoman face ass.
Go cornball goof nut ass. Yeah, she get the whatever award we give away for get the fuck out of here.
She is the L in the alphabet.
She is definitely the L in the alphabet. Matter of fact, today we will inaugurate Linda Fairstein. Fairstein. I don't give a fuck if I say your last name right. Stupid.
Fantastic.
You are now the L in the alphabet. So, and you're gonna stay there for quite a while. What I did find interesting, a note that I wanted to point out though was the power of the internet, man. Because this movie actually came about because Raymond Santana, one of the Central Park Five, contacted Ava on Twitter and asked her what her next movie was going to be about, and said like hopefully it's the Central Park Five, and that's basically how this show even came about. A series. I keep saying movie and show. Docuseries even came about.
That's fantastic. I didn't, so I saw your note about that. I didn't realize that was the timing of that of him reaching out to her. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's fresh. Internet is powerful.
By the way, shout out to Ava. And if you're on Netflix, which obviously you are, if you know what we're talking about, go back and watch the documentary she did about The Good Life, about Project Blowed.
Yeah. Yes. Is that the one that I'm? Nah, that's not the one I'm in.
You are not in that.
No, I'm in another documentary about Project Blowed, looking all of 4 years old on the camera. By the way.
You still look 4 years old.
Well,
no, you don't.
I do not. No, let's not go there. Nerd news.
The homie Phys Ed is in there.
Phys Ed is in there. Let's get it though. Nerd news in the building.
All right.
Amazon fam, listen. The robot overlords are on their way. I have already pledged my allegiance to them. I did 3 or 4 episodes ago. I'm ready for the robot overlords. Robot Overlords, just understand that Kev Sakota, the homie Big Shug, we're not ready for y'all, but I am prepared for your takeover. Just know, you know what I'm saying? And
this is how they divide us. You understand?
Right. I'm ready though. Like I said, I don't believe that Asians and blacks get along anyway. So Robot Overlords, remember that black people were already down.
Right. I'll be happy to build your railroads in 200 years.
Railroads to Mars. At the Amazon event, the Reply Mars. Is it Reply Mars or is it how is that worded? Okay. Yeah, who knows, right? I'm already fucking this up. But the drone ambitions took another step, man. The drones were shown off. The fully electric drone can fly up to 15 miles and deliver packages under 5 pounds in less than 30 minutes. Let's get it. I've been meaning to order socks. Drop them off. Let's go. I'm ready.
That's the thing. Yo, socks is a great item to get delivered by drone.
Socks is a great item, yes.
There's no way they can fuck. If they can deliver a kidney, my socks are cool.
Yes.
Cool in the gang.
Yes.
This is the thing. And again, I will display that I have followed your lead and I've done my part to read the things you have shovel passed into my lap about this. The guy who is in charge of the Amazon Air Drone development team is named Kim Chi. So as far as I'm concerned, enough said.
Another great. Okay, see this week in Asian American history, man, it's going down. You know what I'm saying?
Another one. Another one.
Wait, have you been doing that all week? Still the
all week.
Another one. I'm surprised. I actually didn't put it on the list, but him tripping about not being in the number 1 spot. But no, man,
that was great.
So for those of y'all who are ready to have your Amazon items delivered via drone, there is no set date. It's supposed to happen within a couple months, and they also haven't listed what cities they'll begin the program in. They have to discuss these things with the FAA and all that. However, I'm gonna assume LA is not a place they're gonna start though. So if you are listening and you're from Los Angeles, my guess is they're gonna start in somewhere that is a little safer or whatever. Because I could imagine, LA have gangster drones knocking out the Amazon drones, just jacking your stuff. So
Oh yeah, no. First thing you want to do is steal the drone,
right,
or at the very least, shotgun or baseball bat the drone.
dude, fam, them drones.
Not for nothing. Like, I'm not getting creative right now. Seriously, like, really? That's not gonna happen. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, them drones is gonna take L's. You know, and I'm not.
You're gonna have some. You're gonna need some stealth drones in Southern California.
Right.
Come on.
Well, to be fair, like gangsters don't wake up till like what 3 or 4. So them drones got to deliver it somewhere between like 9 a.m. and because once they wake up, them drones is gone.
That actually is what I read in the BuzzFeed article about 12 stereotypes about L.A. gangsters.
That they don't wake up till.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't know why people who move to LA feel like they're not safe. Just be in the house by like 6:30. They don't even come out the house till like,
Get your shit together early.
yeah, exactly. Y'all be out here
Gangsters don't dance, they boogie.
exactly. You can't exactly. Ain't nobody boogieing at 10 a.m. Gangsters don't dance, they boogie. You know what I'm saying? So to add to all this, I've actually been catching up on the Marvel comic universe movies. Me and my daughter watched a movie a night. We're on Iron Man 3 now, and
Okay.
when I read this article after watching the first Iron Man, and I was like, yeah, I'm ready. Like that actually prepared me for drones delivering things, like the technology and all of that. I'm ready, man. I'm so prepared for this, man. Like, it's unbelievable. You know what I mean? I feel like once the robot overlords understand how much I'm prepared, I get to live forever. It's gonna be a thing, man. It's going on. It's cryogenic freezing. Like I'm ready.
You sound like you're pandering.
I am. I'm certainly pandering to them.
A little bit.
Let's go. You know what I mean? Because to be the token black person in the world now, in any environment now, which I am not, by the way, do not consider me that. But I don't mind being a token black person to the robot overlords, though, because they don't even have a race. Like, saying we could just, So, yeah. For the rest of y'all, don't try to make me that. But robot overlords, y'all good. Let's do it.
A lot of... okay.
A lot of silence in response to that one.
Yeah. Silent... was silent judgment on the list
That was not in the notes.
of Asian things?
Wait. On the list of Asian stereotypes, judgment.
Silent yet unmistakably discernible judgment.
Right, which would not be exclusive to you because it was also silent. My sister also looked up and looked back down like, no, I'm good. I'm good on any of that. Last but not least, and of course least but not last, can we end with an out here tripping? Like, yeah, Burger King might be.
I think it should be out there tripping.
Out there tripping, yes.
Because this was like in East New York or something, wasn't it?
Yes. Burger King, due to a technology error, Kev.
Yep.
Sold regular beef Whoppers, so average old cut up cow, and said that they were the vegetarian Impossible burgers, so people were eating just regular old beef. Takeout.com.
Yeah, but I didn't. You said technology error, and you phrased it as though you were asking me. No, I didn't know that they had made it their stance that it was a technology.
Oh
error.
yeah.
I think that's hilarious.
That is hilarious.
Like, no, it was literally you went to Burger King in Brooklyn,
or order
nobody gives a single solitary fuck about what you ordered.
No, you went to Burger King. Not just in Brooklyn. You went to Burger King. I've actually had somebody throw the burger at me at Burger King. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you ordered the chicken sandwich? Yeah, here, nigga. And just the burger just landed in my... It's like, damn, did you just throw that?
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, the takeout.com reports that Burger King in New York has been delivering, because I think it was people who ordered from Burger King. They ordered the Impossible burger from Burger King, and they received an actual regular cut up cow burger.
Yep.
And because the Impossible Burger is supposed to taste and, be exactly like beef, they had no clue.
Right.
They had no clue. So,
there it is.
and Burger King reported it as a technology error, which I would have thought it was fresh if it was more like a McDowell's type thing where, where it was.
That's Queens, man, isn't that? That's Queens.
That's true. That's Queens. My bad.
Brooklyn keeps on taking it, baby. East New York is the last, is the next gentrification frontier. So that they're taking a stand. I'm not mad. I'm not mad.
I could actually see people in Brooklyn like, so what? You shouldn't have ordered a fake burger to begin with.
I want to know how this all came out. Because I'm sorry, if you go to Burger King in East New York and you ask for an Impossible Burger and you don't get one, first of all, go home, be happy that you're alive, and take the L.
Take that L.
And shut the hell up.
Shut all the way the hell up. Yeah, trash. Knock it off.
Shut up.
First of all,
or whatever, or you were in your cab on the way to JFK, and you decided you want to stop in a Burger King, and you caught the L. It's just keep it moving. Go back to Omaha, or wherever you're from, and stop.
Just
stop
say,
it.
Wait,
stop it.
Go back to Omaha is the greatest. Yeah, get out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But to be fair,
Peace to Omaha.
To be fair yet unfair, folks, I love y'all, man. Like everybody listening and anybody that I love y'all. Yeah, I really do. I talk a lot of shit, but the fact that you guys are looking for healthy meals at like McDonald's and Burger King, like y'all gotta knock it. Y'all gotta chill. You gotta chill, man. Ain't nobody trying to serve you nothing healthy for 45 cents. Family don't work like that. You know what I'm saying?
Talk to me about the Beyond.
I'm just saying. Well, that's the thing, though. That's the thing. My sister and you both just mentioned the Beyond Meat tacos at Del Taco. Them joints hitting for $8. They hitting for $8, fam. Ain't
Yeah, but you said you made a Beyond.
No, I went
burger, didn't you?
I got the Beyond Meat tacos from Del Taco. And then I made. Okay, so
was that a private text to me?
No, yeah, that was it. So I got on the show a couple of weeks ago, about five episodes or so ago, and said I had tried the Beyond Meat tacos, which are hitting for $8 for $2,
right?
With the little squiggly fried joints that they give out at Del Taco, right?
Oh, that sounds like shade. Those are the best fries.
No, that's not shade at all. Those fries are those are the last great fries, right? So you got some good tacos, but you also got your arteries clogged from the cholesterol heavy, grease heavy fries that they gave you. So anyway, but then which also were hitting for like $8. I bought the Beyond Meat patties. It's only 2 patties in the pack, right? And I made them, and they tasted really good. But because I'm used to making a burger with salt and pepper, like I'm used to seasoning as I cook it, right? Yeah, them joints is super high in sodium, so I added salt and was like, oh, this is probably not the best thing to do. So if you're gonna buy those patties, for your barbecues or whatever, and you want to try to the Impossible Burgers or whatever, just make sure that you actually don't season them, because they're so high on sodium that you don't need to add anything to them. So yeah, that's my story.
There you go. Fantastic. and your vegan friends will still post memes about you.
They will. But if you go to Burger King for your health fix, then you should just knock it off.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a Burger King, fam.
That's like it's like going to Chuck E. Cheese and jumping in the ball pit and acting like you're in the gym.
Right, exactly. Get out of here with that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure at Burger King there have been plenty of your patties have been dropped on the floor and just thrown back on the grill. Whatever.
It's all good.
It's all good. You have been rocking with Rap Sucks Radio, the via satellite edition. You know what I'm saying? My name is Trek Life, and that's your homeboy, Kev Sakota.
That's right.
And we will catch y'all next week, where we will discuss such things as... No, I'm not going to do that. That's kind of whack. But check us out, rapsucksradio.com, man. Thank y'all for listening. For everybody who has been listening, I still don't know who's listening in Canada. I kind of want y'all to reveal yourself.
It's Drake. It's definitely Drake.
It's Drake.
And Jay Lynn.
No, it's Jeremy Lin. It's Jeremy Lin. He's listening.
Definitely.
So we lost one listener
time.
this week.
He's on the bench listening.
He's on the bench listening. That is how he earned his chance. He listened to Rap Sucks Radio on the bench, did not play a single second in the game, whatever. Drake played harder than Jeremy Lin. I'm sticking by it. Prove me wrong. RapSucksRadio.com. Peace.
Peace.